Hey all, how are you today? Welcome back. Jackson and Haskell back again. So the quick announcement is that the video coming on the 7th, we're going to be talking about Weird Season 2, Episode 8, which is I think really cool. And now we talking about the haunted city of Savannah, Georgia. This video coming on the 6th, we're talking about Tales, which I'm filming right now. We're talking about Tales of a Jedi, which recently dropped on Disney+. It features 6 episodes. So, what I like about this, especially, there's 2 paths. On all the episodes dropped on October 6th, 2022. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think what I was gonna say. I like this a lot. And there's 2 paths featuring 2 Jedis from the Star Wars prequels. And there's 3 following Ahsoka Tano from various points in her life, and other depicting a young Count Dooku before his fall to the dark side. If you don't know, Ahsoka is probably one of the more famous Jedis. She was a Padawan. She worked with Anakin before he became the dark side. Then she would later appear in shows like Mandalorian, and she appears in Rebels. She's a vital part of the early Resistance, which is really cool. We also, if you don't, Count Dooku is probably one of the more famous Siths of the prequels. He was a Padawan to the Emperor Palpatine, which is really cool. I really do like this. I love this TV show. Like I said, there's gonna be, I don't know, early spoilers. So we had people as Ashley Eckstein back as the voice of Ahsoka Tano, which is, I think, really cool. Just having her back and any other. We have Corey Burton as the voice. Sorry, we have Corey Burton back as the voice, which is really cool, of Count Dooku. You have Janina Garavankar, who is Pav T, which is Ahsoka's mom. We have T.C. Carson back as the voice of Mace Windu, and these are all the voices from the Star Wars animated show. We have Liam Neeson back as the voice of Qui-Gon Jinn, which is, I think, really cool. Bryce Dallas Howard as Yaddle, which is a female member of Yoda's species and a member of Jedi Council. You have Ian McDermott back as Darth Sidious, Matt Lanter as Anakin Skywalker, James Arnold Taylor back as Obi-Wan Kenobi, Phil Lamar as Bail Organa, and just a lot of other people. And there's also like references to other like characters in Star Wars, which is really cool. You got like references to Yoda appears, he never speaks. Plo Koon appears, Kira Snube. You have Sasi Tin, Keel Duma, Deepa Balapa, and Mon Mothma also appear, which is, I think, really cool. So I'll just go over the episodes kind of quick, and here we go. Episode 1 is called Life and Death. It was directed by Nathaniel Villanova. Stars like a year after Ahsoka Tano's birth. She's hunting for mom, and she gets kidnapped by a large predatory animal that kidnaps her. So Ahsoka subdues the animal, returns it to the village, and village elder reveals she's a Jedi. Episode 2 is called Justice. You have the first appearance of young Qui-Gon Jinn, which is really cool, and also a really young Dooku, who are sent to the planet to retrieve Senator's son. Senator is abusing people on this planet, leading to kidnapping. Dooku uses a force choke to intervene, but is stopped by his Padawan and Qui-Gon Jinn before Dooku kills the Senator. We also have episode 3 is called Choices. Features Dooku and Mace Windu, which is really cool. Yeah. So episode 4 is one of my favorite episodes. I love all of them, but episode 4, 5, and 6 are the ones that are just really good. Episode 4 is called The Sith Lord. After Qui-Gon encounter with Darth Maul, under the council not taken seriously, Qui-Gon's death is mentioned. It's not seen because it takes place during Phantom Menace. And I will say this episode is really cool because you see Dooku's side of view during Phantom Menace, because he is not seen in Phantom Menace, and a lot of people have been wondering why, and it kind of shows it. And yeah, it's just really cool. You also see a meeting with Dooku and Sidious, and Yaddle tries to stop, but Yaddle is eventually killed by Dooku. Episode 5 is called Practice Makes Perfect, which is really cool. Is when it was a battle situation, Anakin Skywalker devises a research exercise with Padawan Ahsoka, where she a group of clones practicing retrievals. This is how actually she would survive Order 66, because she is training with clones. And if you don't know, Order 66 is when clones are turned against the Jedi. And it features, especially in the last couple episodes of Season 7 of Clone Wars, and it's featured in the movies. Episode 6 is really interesting. It takes place right after Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Ahsoka is hiding, becomes a farmer, and after a farmer she realizes her true identity, village is massacred by an Inquisitor. Ahsoka would later kill this Inquisitor, who is believed to be the sixth brother, I believe, and joins the rebellion. Yeah. Hopefully there will be more episodes in the future. This show, I would easily give a good 9 out of 10. I think it's just so good. I wish they were 10 a bit longer, and I wish they would do more characters, which they probably will do, about, like, characters like Plo Koon, whatnot, and, yeah. And this whole thing was created by Dave Filoni. Yeah, which I think is really cool. And Dave Filoni, he's worked on things such as Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Mandalorian, also theoretical film and TV versions of the Star Wars Clone Wars, which is really cool. He was a creator of Star Wars Rebels, creator of Bad Batch, and Star Wars Resistance, which is really cool. And I hope you guys really enjoy. Yeah. Like, the next video, like I said, we'll be covering the Haunted City of Savannah. Bye-bye.